He was still chuckling when I nudged him gently with my hip, just teasing him as we moved around the kitchen together. Light and playful, the kind of moment that doesn't feel like much until it suddenly does. Then I said it. Ava asked if I'd share. I told her you'd be the one to answer. That's when he turned toward the hallway and saw her standing there. Before we keep going, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Some stories don't shout, but they stay with you. Especially when the quiet ones stop waiting for permission. The stem of my wine glass tilted slightly as I brushed past him. Not hard, I said, nudging his arm again. Just enough to make you steady the board. Careful, he said with a chuckle, catching my elbow. You're getting bold. Maybe. Soft. Jazz played from the speaker above the pantry. We were barefoot. The scent of lemon and rosemary from the stove still lingered in the air. He turned back to the peppers on the cutting board. I stepped in behind him. She asked if we'd be up for company. I said, "Who did?" He asked, still smiling, but pausing mid-motion, "Ava." He began to turn toward me, but I tilted my head toward the hallway. That's when he saw her dodge. She was leaning against the wall, arms crossed casually, wearing the soft blue dress we'd found together in Savannah, the one with the tiny buttons and sleeves that tied at the ends. Her hair was pinned up loosely, a few curls falling forward. My husband blinked. Still holding the spoon, I handed him a second wine glass for her. Then I walked into the living room, not looking back. But I heard both sets of footsteps follow. I sat down quietly, one knee folded beneath me, wine in hand. I didn't say anything. I just listened. First, heard the soft shift of fabric, then the couch settling as she sat beside him. Closer than I thought she would. They didn't speak, but I could feel how aware he was. His hand rested lightly on the cushion beside him. She folded hers in her lap. I didn't know if now was the right time, she said. Low, steady. He didn't answer. I let my arm rest along the back of the couch behind him, close but not touching. A kind of stillness settled into my face, not a smile. Not unreadable, just steady. She turned toward me. You said he might need a moment? I nodded slightly, then reached across for her glass. He stayed still, watching both of us. You're thinking too hard, she told him softly. I leaned in to pour the wine. The motion brought me close enough to feel the shift in his breath. Not toward me, not away, just present. You don't have to say anything, I murmured. Just breathe. He did. A long, quiet breath that seemed to anchor the moment. She crossed her ankles and adjusted the hem of her dress. I stayed where I was, my hand near his shoulder, but still not touching. The music kept playing. Unnoticed, his gaze shifted between us. No longer uncertain, just listening. She smoothed the edge of his sleeve, her hand calm. No signal, just connection. He didn't move. But he didn't pull away either. I picked up the bottle again, pausing long enough for him to see me. Ava met my eyes. Her look was a question I didn't answer aloud. He glanced between us, and though none of us moved much, the moment thickened. Not with tension, just clarity. She adjusted the edge of his shirt gently. I gave the faintest nod. Between us, we helped ease the fabric off his shoulders, not fully, just enough to let him relax. He didn't resist, but he didn't engage either. Breathing slowed, a shift, nothing dramatic. Just grounded. She folded one leg under herself. I brushed a bit of hair from his face. He kept his eyes closed, not in retreat, just allowing space. She paused, then rested her hand near his chest. Not searching, just letting the moment land. I leaned in enough for him to hear. She's staying tonight. He opened his eyes slowly, looking at me. He didn't speak, but he understood. Now tell me, if you were in his place, would you lean in? Or wait to see what came next? Let me know in the comments. I'm listening. And if this spoke to you, like, subscribe, and stay close. because sometimes silence says everything.